welcome to another episode of Annie's Raw Food Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a delicious breakfast cereal. We're going to start by making a vanilla milk that's going to be made from almonds, some dates as a sweetener, a pinch of Celtic sea salt, and some vanilla bean. We're just going to blend it all in the blender with some water and it's going to become our milk. I recommend making 2 batches at least to leave in your fridge at all times. Just like regular dairy milk where you have a gallon or a quart sitting in the fridge all the time, it's a great idea to just have some almond milk ready to use in the fridge. And then for the cereal, all we're going to do is place some apple and then some dried fruit and nuts and seeds into a bowl and then pour the milk over it and enjoy. So for our vanilla milk, we have a 1/2 cup of soaked almonds, 1/2 cup of pitted dates, 1 vanilla bean. We're going to use a pinch of Celtic sea salt and 5 cups of water. For our breakfast cereal, we're going to use 1 apple cored and diced, a 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds that have been soaked and dried, a 1/2 cup of buckwheat groats that have been soaked, sprouted, and dried. We've cut up one of our SmartMonkey Foods bars. This one is our carob cookie. We've just diced it. We're using a 1/2 cup of raisins. And then we're putting in a tablespoon of flax seeds. So what we're going to do is place all of our ingredients into the blender. Our soaked almonds, our pitted dates. You want to really make sure to get all the pits out. Otherwise, you'll dull your blades and it'll break up the pits into your milk. A pinch of Celtic sea salt. And the reason that we want to use Celtic sea salt is because I like to offset anything that's sweet with a little bit of salt. The sweet and the salt complement each other. Also in dairy milk, the reason it has a slight salty flavor is because they have the cows lick salt blocks so they'll drink more water and produce more milk. So that's a little trick there. The Celtic sea salt also adds minerals into our milk, which is great for our body. And if you have the bark left over from de-seeded vanilla bean, you can use that in your high-speed blender. It'll just break it down. I like to store these in my glass jar with my nuts and seeds so that the aroma will permeate into the nuts and seeds as well. So I'm going to put that in there. And then we're going to put 5 cups of water and just blend. So we've blended this for about at least 30 seconds, maybe a minute. You want to blend it for as long as possible because it folds air into the milk and makes it really light. You'll see all the bubbles. So it's like a latte, actually. It's really great. Ooh, there's a little almond right there. So that's going to be really delicious. So to prepare the cereal, we're just going to take our diced apple, split it between 2 bowls. We're just then going to split all the other ingredients between these 2 bowls. Put a little bit of sunflower seeds. Put some raisins. Then we're going to put some flax seeds, which are great for omega-3 and 6. Also keeps you regular, but then again, all raw food keeps you regular. And then we're going to add some of our buckwheat crispies. Again, they've been sprouted and then dried. So they'll add the crunch. They're like our Rice Krispie version. And then my diced SmartMonkey Foods carob, actually this is a chocolate cacao cookie bar. So I've just diced that up and I'm just going to add that into our cereal. And there we go, fully nutritious, delicious breakfast, great way to start the day. So we're just going to take our milk, pour it over our bowl of cereal. You see how foamy and delicious that is? Yum, so I'm going to give this a try. It smells so good. I just love vanilla. So I'm going to try and get a bite of everything on my spoon here. Yum, that is so good. And again, I just want to say, every time I try my food, I'm so pleasantly surprised, but it's because we use all fresh ingredients. And depending on the season, the farm, the soil, even though you're using apples, apples come in all different varieties, dates come in all different varieties. So every batch actually tastes different. And I actually, whenever I teach and speak, I try and spread the word that we should look for variances between different batches of food that we make. Because things like Oreos and Triscuits are identical from cookie to cookie or cracker to cracker because they're not coming from fresh, whole, organic ingredients. Ooh. And so the more fresh, whole organics we use, each batch is definitely going to be different, because sometimes an apple is sweeter, sometimes the apple is more tart, and then the consistency and the flavor will definitely vary from batch to batch. So you want to look for that as a sign of fresh ingredients. Yum. Bon appetit.